So, as pretty much many of you already understand, I only like cars that stand out for some reason. I don't like cars that are fucking econo boxes and boring and that don't stand out, basically. So, imagine how much I was laughing when I found out that this is what Ford's new all electric Mustang Mach E is going to be. So this is going to be Ford's all electric Mach E Mustang. Now they're saying that this thing is going to have a base price somewhere around $44,000. And that they're gonna have these things go all the way up to like 60,000. Probably because knowing Ford, this thing's probably gonna get way more expensive than that. They'll probably have like a titanium or some nonsense like that. But you see that right there? That's what I was afraid of. This is the future of automotive. So we're going to have a bunch of boring, silent, little, because this thing supposedly is going to compete with the Tesla Model 3. So you're going to have a bunch of boring, silent, little electric cars. That's what their idea is. And then to add insult to injury, these things aren't even cheap. When you're saying that this car is going to start at $44,000, here's my question to you. How are you going to apply these deeply indebted millennials and these deeply indebted Generation Z kids who have $100,000 of student loans before they even manage to graduate college? My dentist has $300,000 of student loans. My first house didn't cost $300,000. And you're trying to sign them all up, or any of them, for a $44,000 silent electric car? Really? It's no wonder why SRT is able to make the sales they're able to make because nobody wants any of this boring shit. It's funny. I go on my videos. I got all these people. Oh yeah, well, oh your car would never be able to handle a Lexus on a curve or a turn or a track or something. I'm like, yeah, well, your car's boring though. It's like, no, thank you. I don't care. Or yeah, you know what? Those Infinities, man, they could take your Jeep out. They could twist you backwards. I'm like, first of all, nobody races on a track, and second of all, if you're on the highway, your car is slow. Sorry, and that's where we actually race. But this is the future, a bunch of boring electric cars. Now, I know you're not supposed to be prejudiced, you're supposed to give it a chance. It's got 300 miles range, and it's supposed to be, what is this, mid 3 seconds. It's going to be really fast, probably to 60. I won't be surprised about that because all electric cars, especially like the performance Tesla Model 3 and the ludicrous Model X, we already know those things are fast. But here's the thing, that's a one trick pony. It's like you go really, really fast. You have a hair trigger throttle that's electric. But the problem is, it's like you got no engine noise. All you hear is the road noise. It's just boring. It's like so boring. Everything's so boring now. And then they're trying to put that big screen right there. So I guess they realized from the Model 3 that it would be stupid for them to try to make just a center screen and nothing else over here for the driver. So at least they did that. And then you got the boring push button start right here, all the way up on the deck like you're driving a boat. It's like, have you ever started a boat? It's like, who would put the push button there? I mean, come on, man. This is the future. This is the future. Tesla's cars, I see them on the road. They're pretty cute and everything, but even those things are just so boring, and their interiors suck. It's like what they really need to do is they need to take a Mercedes interior and just put it in their cars because their cars are just so boring. Everything's so boring. And if this is what Ford's doing, GM's going to end up following suit with this bullshit. You'll have like an electric Blazer, which is another boring car. It's not manly, it's not masculine. Everything's a feminine car. Even this car, look at this car. This car looks feminine. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. That looks boring. So, I mean, this is what we've got to look forward to, a bunch of boring cars and crossovers. It's like everything's got a stupid hatchback. It's just so boring. It's like, yeah, man, I got my new Ford Mustang Mach E, man. It's electric, man. It's electric. Ugh. 282 horsepower, 306 pound-feet of torque. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's boring. Just so boring. I was watching some videos online and just looking at them. And they're saying, oh yeah, well, it gets so much range, you could save so much gas, you could save the planet. It's like, let me tell you something. By the time this piece of shit comes out to market, you'll be able to get like used Hellcats for like $40,000. And when you have a choice between getting 9 to 10 miles per gallon to drive a race car or buying some boring, silent electronic econo box, it's like, is there even like a choice there? I don't think there really is. I mean, just read it. Look how much shit you got to read. It's like Hellcats. It's like they say, "Oh yeah, guess what? We got 707 horsepower." You don't have to read anything else. You know that thing's awesome. You just know this thing, man. I got to read all this stuff. What is it? All this stuff? What is all-wheel drive? I got this. Oh, so I got to read all this stuff. This is boring. It's just so boring. Everything's so boring now. And wait till those European emission standards. Wait till those things really hit the mainstream. You ain't seen boring yet. They're gonna make things so boring until you're just gonna rather just ride a bike and pedal. This is. I'm gonna try not to be so negative because I know there's a lot of Ford fanboys out there who are very angry at us SRT boys because we've taken over all of the car meets. And when they drive in with a Mustang, people are like, oh, cool, that's a Mustang. And then they look back over at the Demon. They're like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Demon and take some pictures. But yeah, that's a very nice Mustang. That's great. Keep it away from the crowds. This is just so boring. I mean, what has happened in the world? Everything's so boring now. Everything's so boring. And then we got Black Friday deals. Look at Black Friday at Walmart. In fact, I got to get ready to go take my eggplant parmesan out of the oven. I was cooking. Look at this. We got Black Friday deals. They got $199 50-inch television. In fact, I should make a video just about Black Friday deals. Look at this shit. They got a $150 TV for 50 inches from some Chinese company named On. Then they got a 65-inch television for 278. And then they had a couple of cool things up in here, man. They had some really nice stuff. Well, I won't say nice. It was all cheap Chinese plastic shit. But the thing about it is, at least it wasn't very expensive. So there more of these on televisions. On, yeah, it's on. Yeah, is my television on? Yes, it is. We got Samsung right here. It's 278. But see, the problem. One thing I'm going to warn you about, because I'm going to cut this video short. What I really should do is I should make a Black Friday sales special. That's what I should do. But what they do. This is what I learned when I worked in Circuit City back in 2003. What they do is they make televisions just for that Black Friday occasion, and they make them as cheaply as possible. They have the fewest inputs they can possibly have, and they make them just for that Black Friday. And you'll never see them again. The next year you'll see a different model. I did think this was kind of cool. I was gonna email this to somebody. There's a $500 HP gaming laptop. They call it a gaming laptop, but this has a GTX 1050, which means it's not bad. It can run Crysis in like max settings. I've played Crysis on a 1060, but the 1050 is pretty good. I think all you need to run Crysis in max settings is like a 980 Ti, I think. But this isn't bad. It can run Fortnite for your kids who are slowly turning like brain dead. And they also have a gaming desktop. Well, they call it gaming, but it has a 1060 Ti, a 1660 Ti, which is actually pretty good. It can pretty much run anything, but you don't get the benefits of ray tracing. So I thought that was pretty cool. But the problem with Black Friday is a lot of the stuff they bring out just for Black Friday, and then you'll never see it again. It's the cheapest quality shit you can imagine, and they do it just so they can make their profits. Like all these pots and pans. Like last year, I got pots and pans for some of my family members, and like they got the Pioneer Woman. You ain't never heard of no damn Pioneer Woman. Who are you talking about? Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman? What are you talking about? Pioneer Woman. This is some cheap Chinese plastic shit where they tossed her name on it, and they said, yeah, guess what? It's $20. And this stuff goes on sale just for Black Friday, and it goes up to like $30 or $50 or something like that. And then they got all this plastic. Everything's plastic and boring. Everything, even the vacuum cleaners, $59 plastic ass vacuum cleaners. My coffee pot costs more than that, and it's made of glass. It's like, come on, man. It's like everything's so boring. Look at these kids' toys. The kids don't even play no more because they got their heads buried in cell phones. This is terrible. I don't know what this country's coming to except a lot of debt.